guys, so this is going to be a plan with me in my Target dollar spot. As you can see, this guy right here. And so I have already picked out my paper and I've cut it down to the size I want. And this week I'm just going to do a kind of a Father's Day theme, but really I just want to do it geared towards just thoughts on my husband about a father, about being a father, and what a father he is to my boys. Because as you guys know, this is the planner that I do use for my gratitude journal, and so I just want to kind of write some thoughts in here about him as a dad and how thankful I am for him. I know I just did a marriage themed one, but that was really more geared towards our marriage and just how thankful I am for him as a husband and things I want us to work on in our marriage. And this is just going to be purely, you know, how thankful I am for him as a dad and what he does for our boys. So I've picked out some washi as well, and I just got these three, came out of the tube that I got on clearance from Hobby Lobby, and I think they're really cute. They're really vintage, and that's kind of the direction that I went in. I don't know why. I didn't really think about it at first, but then I just started picking out papers, and that's kind of how it turned out. But I really like these, and this one right here says, I love you, over and over and over, and so, of course, I do love him very much, and so that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. I know that I don't have too much memory on my camera right now because I'm uploading something else, but he took the boys with him to go pick up their brother, and so I have a little bit of time to myself, and I've wanted to use it as wisely as possible. And for some reason, you guys, my YouTube, I think it's my internet, it just is not the fastest with stuff like this, and it takes forever for me to upload sometimes. So it just aggravates me to death because I'm constantly waiting on something to upload. And you guys know I don't have very good memory. I'm supposed to have great memory on this phone that I got, and it doesn't. So it really doesn't. So either something's going on, I'm not clearing out stuff I'm supposed to, or it just lies. So anyways, it's fine. It's just that I hate having to wait on a video before I can film another one, especially when my time is so limited with peace and quiet. So I can only ever usually film when Killian is asleep, because Tristan's old enough to where I can tell him what's going on, and for the most part he behaves. You guys probably hear some interruptions, but he's really a sweet boy and he does really well. He drives me nuts sometimes, but that's just because he's my child and he's 4 and that happens. But for the most part, he's just a really good boy about it. And that's why in our video where you got to know him, he talked about how he hates when I do videos, and that's why, because he always has to be quiet. Because he's kind of past the stage of naps at this point. Every now and then I can get him to take one, but for the most part he just doesn't. So I can't really do it while they're both asleep. And then if I do start watching that 3-month-old little girl I've been talking about, if I do start watching her, then it should be really interesting, because I'll have to be even more creative with how I schedule filming, and that should be fun. So, but anyways, that was fairly painless. I think this corner is trying to come up just a little bit, so I'll let that dry. Trim this off really quick. Okay. So these plan with me's in this are usually super quick because I don't do very much in it, because it's just going to be what I journal in every day. So I don't put any stickers down. It's pretty much just paper and washi, but I do want to put this on here for my hubby because he is a great dad, and he's very protective over our boys. That's why I say, you know, I don't know if we'll end up having a girl or not, because God might not give you a girl because you're already so protective over our boys. I don't know how you would be over a girl. But he is. He's very protective over them. He gets freaked out really easy about them going places or doing things by themselves or learning new things. He's really freaked out. Like, if we ever go on vacation and stuff, he doesn't like for us to get anything above the second floor. He freaks out about everything. He freaks out about things that don't even make sense. Like, why are you scared about that? But he does. That's how he is. He freaks out about what could happen, which is good, and that's a good dad. He's very protective, and he protects us and watches out for us, which is good. But he still cracks me up because I'm like, really? I see no danger there, and he does. Any possibility, he's thinking about it. Killian got a hold of my washi cutter. You see the chocolate? He had a granola bar, and it had dark chocolate on it, and I see his grubby little fingerprints on it. So, fun times. I need to go wash that off. I'm telling you, when you have kids, there's no telling what you're going to find. I think I'm just going to put some of this on here because I think it's cute, the little finger pointing. Like, yeah, that guy. I think that's cute. So I'm going to stick that on there. But I'm very thankful for my hubby, and I'm also very grateful for my own dad. So I'm sure I will write thoughts about him as well in this, because he is a great dad. He's a quiet type, which is really funny because he's a pastor, but on his own at home he's quiet. He didn't talk a lot when we were growing up. He wasn't very talkative. He's not very, he's just very quiet. And he was so young when I was born. I think that part of him thought he was going to break me. He was only 19 when I was born, so he was 19 and my mom was 16. And so they were, when you first have a child, your first child is difficult anyway because that's your trial and error child. But when you're that young, it must be even scarier. But of course, I never knew any difference, so I never realized. But I'm sure they did. So, my hubby is calling me, and he knows that I'm videoing, so he will just have to hold on. Do you ever have issues finding the end? Why can I never find it? Here it is. I think I'm going to put this on down the side. I think I'll put it here. I really like this yellow. I think I'm going to put it here, and then I'll put the gold down the side. That'll be good. And I didn't cut that straight, and it's going to bug me. Keep checking to make sure that's not going to cut this off because it's going to make me very mad if and when, because I feel like it's going to, but if it does, maybe it won't, but just have a feeling. It doesn't really like to cooperate with me most of the time. It's most of the time when I get really into a conversation with you guys and then I look up and it hasn't even been filming this whole time. That's usually what happens. I really need to invest in a camera, which is fine, but I'm just so bad with technology, you guys. I really am. I'm so bad at it. I use this, and this washi is aggravating because it rips so easy, so I have to be careful. And I know that going in, so we'll see. Probably sweet to me. Oh, it is. It's being so cooperative. Okay, sorry. He kept calling, so I answered the phone. He was calling about something important. He was calling about dinner, which I am so starving. And for some reason, every time I have done a planned meal here lately, I have been so hungry. Starving. Stomach is growling and everything. So hopefully dinner will be fast. I'm hungry. Need some food. And my little boy is not here, and yet his TV is still on. I can hear it. So this turned out cute. I like it. But then again, I love everything vintage, so that is no surprise. Love older things. Just love it. I went to a thrift store the other day looking for junk journal supplies, and I did find some, but I want to go to more. I want more of them. I want more thrift stores and more junk journal things because I am hooked on this junk journal kick, I think. I have been making a couple of them, and I'll definitely show them when I get finished, but a junk journal is a work in progress. Sometimes you don't just, well, at least I don't, and part of it is probably because I am new at it, so I don't really churn them out very quickly. It takes me a while, and I go back and skip the page and then come back and change it up and add things to the page that I'm not quite done with it, and go back and do some more to it, and it's fun. I like it. And I like it because it's not so precise. It's just, kind of whatever you want to do. It's very creative, very artsy. I like it. It's fun. So I'm getting into it. Into different kinds too, because there's so many different kinds that you can make, so many ways you can bind it together. You can use books and old books and things that are already structured, and you can use the structure of that and recycle, or you can make your own. It's a lot of fun. So I think I'm also going to do a journaling card really quickly, just because of the theme, and also because I kept this so simple that I think it will be cute if I just added a little something. So I think I'm going to do that. And also because since it is Father's Day and I'm going to be writing a little bit about my husband and my own father, I think it will be appropriate if I have just a little bit extra space. So I think that will be fine. And I'm going to just make a little bitty tick mark, which I really don't mind. It's fine. On this so that I can see where I want it to go. And I'm just going to cut this down. And then see how much because I know this is already gonna hang off. So let's see how much I can get away with trimming because I don't want to ruin it, but I know I need to trim some of it off because it's not gonna be good if I don't. I did that too fast. There we go. Okay. And I don't mind if it hangs off a little bit because I think that's really cute. So I'm just going to punch my holes and punch my holes in that. And I'll probably decorate around it as I write on it. But for now, I think that's going to be it. And I'm just going to stick it in there just like that. So I like this. I think it is super cute. And I will enjoy being grateful and celebrating my dad and my baby's dad. They are both great dads, and they're similar in more ways than one, honestly. So I have to finish out my gratitude journal for this week because this week's not over yet, so it's just the middle of the week, so I still have to finish this week's, and then this will be for next week. So I like that. I think that's super pretty. I like the way it turned out. And so this is going to be for the 12th. Through the 18th. All right then, so I'm just going to stick this in there. And that is how it's going to look. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video for sure. And I hope that you guys are going to have fun planning in your planner and have a great Father's Day with your family. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.